What is up, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to this glorious storage unit. I'm showing you some of the cool stuff that I sold this past week on eBay, stuff that you can be on the lookout for at thrift stores and garage sales. But also this week I kind of had an idea, something I want to discuss with you guys. More on that in a minute. So this is definitely the fun sale of the week. These are Sour Patch Kids, or at least I think they are.
Is he looking? Yes. He's so cute. Let's do this.
First they're sour, then they're sweet.
That's nice.
Sour Patch Kids, sour, sweet, gone.
So I'm at the Salvation Army, Google lensed them and found one on eBay that sold for like $20-something. But there were none other listed, none sold other than that one, and there was not much information on them. But when I squeezed one and it did this, I couldn't pass them up for $1 a piece. Listed them on eBay for $60 because, I don't know, $20 a piece seemed fair. Got an offer after about a week for $50, decided to take it because, I mean, I'm not sure how many people in the US want giant Sour Patch Kids, and also I'm missing the red one, so I figured that was a pretty good deal. Almost anytime you can find an Odyssey putter, it's probably worth picking up, especially if you can get it cheap enough. This is an Odyssey 2-ball white hot putter, and usually when I find these, the white areas are very dirty. But don't let that scare you away. The Magic Eraser actually cleans them up really well. Picked this one up from $5 from a garage sale, and it sold for $68 after a couple of weeks on eBay. I've said it before, but Nike does not make golf clubs anymore, but people still want them, so they've held their value. And my stepdad knows that because he watches my videos, and he knew to pick up this club at a garage sale. He actually picked up a bundle of clubs at a garage sale for $50. Ended up being $4 or $5 a piece, and this Nike Mach Speed Black Edition driver just sold for $72. I haven't found a decent VCR in quite a while now. I guess maybe the secret's out and all my local competition's getting them. Not really sure. But I found this Panasonic OmniVision VCR at Goodwill recently. And these ones with the blue lines, definitely something you want to be on the lookout for. This one had the original remote and everything. Paid $7 for it, and it sold after about a month for $84.99. Got a set of Mizuno MX200 irons going out. Mizuno is definitely a brand that you want to be on the lookout for. Pick these up at the Peaches to the Beaches garage sale. I only wanted $15 for these in a nice ping bag. That's a no-brainer. Now, unfortunately, these aren't in good condition. They've got some pretty serious wear on them, but they were still worth it. Paid $15 for everything, and these just sold for $110 plus shipping. Also, I've got a bunch of golf clubs going out this week, and if you're wondering how I'm shipping them, I've actually got a video that tells you all about it. I'll link it at the end of this video and also down in the description. Go check it out. Picked up a box of accessories for a large format Canon printer at a thrift store recently. Paid $20 for the whole box, and it had a bunch of ink cartridges in it, and they're all expired. I sold one already for $30, so I've definitely got my money back. And this set, which is the complete set for that specific printer, just sold for $100 plus shipping. All right, so here's my idea, and I gotta admit, it's probably a little bit selfish, but just hear me out. You guys have been overwhelmingly supportive of this whole YouTube journey of mine. Every thoughtful comment that you leave, every time you hit that thumbs up button, every time somebody subscribes, I'm greatly appreciative, probably more than you'll ever know. But here's the selfish part. I never get to put a face with the name, or at least very seldom. And I'd kind of like to change that. So here's my idea. How about let's hop on a Zoom call? I get to meet you guys, and maybe you have a question you want to ask, a specific topic that you want to discuss, or even a cool reselling story that you have. Let's hop on a Zoom call for 5 minutes. Let's discuss it. Put it in the middle of these What Sold videos. I get to meet you guys. You get to share some knowledge, and I think it's kind of a win-win. Let me know what you think. Is that something that you would watch, something you guys would like to participate in? If you want to participate, shoot me an email at the address down below. If it's something you would watch or you think it's a dumb idea, leave me a comment down below. But either way, it's something I'm tossing around, and I kind of want your opinion. Got a Harley Davidson t-shirt going out. This one's from Jim's Harley Davidson in St. Petersburg, Florida. And I just can't pass up Harley t-shirts. Paid $1.50 for this one at Goodwill, and it sold for $19 on eBay after probably 3 months. So here's a golf brand you definitely want to be careful with. It's Warrior Custom Golf. And most of these clubs were made for a specific person. They were custom made. And so when you're listing them, you want to make sure you put in all the specifics, like the length of the shaft, the stiffness of the shaft, everything that you know about the club. I paid $2 for this 460cc driver from Goodwill, and it sold for $40 after a couple of months on eBay. So I found this Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator action figure doll, not really sure what to call it, at one of those Amazon Ben's return stores. Paid $6 for it. Comps on it looked really good. And when I got it home, I noticed that it's definitely sealed at the top and at the bottom. When you open it up, you can see that it was installed in the packaging backwards. So it's like an error. So I listed it like that. And the thing actually sold after about 3 weeks for $50. This is probably one of my favorite hats that I've ever found. Unfortunately, though, it took forever to sell, and I'm not really sure why. It's vintage K products made in the USA. It's a patch hat. It's agricultural themed. Usually those things sell really well. But I paid $1 for it from Goodwill, and after about a year, it sold for $36.50. Not a huge sale here, but definitely pretty neat. This is a Crafter's Pride butterfly mouse pad. It's basically a cross-stitch kit that you do yourself, and when you get done, you have a butterfly mouse pad. Kind of neat. Paid $1 for it from Goodwill, and it sold for $10. Typically, I love to sell Olakais. They sell really quick and for some decent money. Paid $5 for this pair at a little thrift store on my way home from spring break last week. And I should have paid closer attention because the insoles they're actually aftermarket insoles. They're not original to the shoe and they're really worn out. So whoever buys these is going to have to replace them. Pay $5 for them and they sold for $25. Typically, I think they sell for like $30, but I'll still take it. I love selling this stuff. It's yarn. It's brand new, and I think I paid $2 for it from a thrift store. This is Debbie Bliss Cathay Lime Green yarn, and I really don't know what any of that means, but anytime I find yarn that's new and sealed and it's cheap, I pick it up. This one just sold for $42. Here's another Nike club from that $50 buy. This is a Nike SQ Mach Speed 2. I guess it's a hybrid or a fairway wood, not really sure, kind of an odd shaped club, but got the whole bundle for $50, and this guy just sold for $59.99. And here's another Nike club going out from that $50 buy. This is a Nike 56 degree SV wedge. SV stands for spin velocity. Once again, it was in that big bundle for $50, and this one sold for $38. Kind of an odd time of year to be selling these, but they still sold. This is a pair of Cabela's fleece line jeans. You can see they have a fleece lining on the inside there. Paid $3 for these from a little local thrift store, and they sold for $30 on eBay after a couple of months. I don't sell a lot of books because I don't know a whole lot about them, but I do know that when I see sets or series to at least look them up. Saw these Rangers Apprentice series books at a garage sale recently and decided to look them up. The only one is 75 cents a piece, so I grabbed them. And this set of 10, I've actually got 5 here, there's 10 total, sold for $50. Here's some more Rangers Apprentice books, and this is the Royal Ranger series. I think I'm actually missing another 1 or 2 from this series, but this lot of 3 just sold for $17.95. Got this ugly thing going out. Go Tigers, by the way. This is a men's windbreaker pullover for the University of South Carolina Gamecocks. Paid $5 for it from a garage sale because it's actually new with tags, and it sold in less than a week for $34.99. Got a Ping G5 fairway wood going out, and honestly, I can't remember exactly where I got this club. I think I got it in a bag of clubs from Peaches to Beaches, but I'm not real sure if that was the case. I only paid $15 for the whole bag, and this G5 3 wood just sold for $50. So here's an older TaylorMade club. This is a TaylorMade R7 3 wood. I think they're up to like R11 or R10 now. Not really sure, but I picked it up at the Peaches to Beaches. It was in a bag of clubs. I paid $45 for, so I've maybe got $3 or $4 into this one, and it sold for $43 plus shipping after a couple of weeks. Not sure why this thing took so long to sell because I think it's really cool. This is a vintage Nike Force windbreaker. I'll put some pictures up here. Paid $4.75 for it from Goodwill. Really good condition, and it finally sold after like 6 months for $46. This is my first time finding a Kavu bag like this one. Usually I find the crossbody bags. This one's called the Sydney Satchel. Paid $5.75 for it from Goodwill, and it sold for $34.50 after a couple of weeks. This is one of those weird off-brand golf clubs that you can find, and they always sell. They don't sell for huge money, but they always sell pretty quick. This is a Sonartec hybrid. This is a 15 degree. And you can see it's not in great condition. Definitely missing some paint at the top and everything. But I paid $2 for it, and it sold in less than 2 weeks for $29. Our Goodwill only charges $1.50 for t-shirts, so I pick them up when I see some that I think are cool. Doesn't really matter what they are. This is a vintage Planet Hollywood Beverly Hills t-shirt. Like I said, I paid $1.50 for it, and it sold for $19.50 on eBay after a couple of months. All right, so number one sale of the week, and it's not because of what it is, it's because who bought it. I paid $1 for this Newsboys shirt. It sold for $20, and it sold to my friend Jessie. And if you don't know who Jessie is, you're definitely missing out. She is a light in the reselling community, always a positive attitude. If you're ever down, go check out her Instagram, and I promise you'll be leaving with a smile. She always finds cool stuff at thrift stores. Greatest earrings ever. Definitely go check her out. Jessie, I appreciate the purchase.